Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, in this space I talk about forex related stuff, the mistake I've made, and most important, the lesson that I keep sharing every day so that I can share with you. If you find value in this video, kindly hit that subscribe button, comment, tell me what you think about the video, and let's grow together. Even before we start into today's video, yes, I do offer online classes from Monday to Friday. Charges are $200 or 26,000 Kenyan shillings, and this is my only WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me and we can talk more about the classes, because I always believe learning for 2 weeks is possible, but now the patience it takes for you to understand, to continue practicing, you require another person to help you, and that is why I always try and go an extra mile to help you in the analysis. If I can post for you free analysis on YouTube, then you can imagine if you are my student. So if you want more, you can just WhatsApp me on this number, then we can talk more. And into today's video, I want us to look at a simple pair. By the way, I've been doing some video about the pair I want you to be looking at. I don't know if you are looking at those pair. They are moving slowly because I'm not a scalper. I'm more of a swing trader. I'll just analyze the chart. Then I can be following along as slowly as the market keeps moving. Coming to the USD card, this market has not, I have not been looking at it for quite a long period of time, and I find it very interesting for now. So I want us to start looking at the USD card to know the fate of this market. And even before we come to the analysis of today, I want to teach you something using the concept of support and resistance. Let me draw something here. Uh, Let me use this drawing, and in this case, this drawing will call them support and resistance, because this is a concept that you should, if you understand the concept of support and resistance, trust me, you are ahead of so many people, and you don't have to have so many strategies. Just have two or three and you're good to go. Like in case you are a doctor, let me just say like that, you don't have to know about engineering, you don't have to know about being a pilot. Just focus on that, being a doctor, and always advance. Okay, so when I come into this drawing, this is a simple example of resistance, where when you hear the term resistance, always remember it is an area where whenever the buyers come, they try to push the market up. The sellers are always waiting for the market to push. The sellers are always waiting to push this market downward. It is like a ranging channel, but it depends. Is it on a weekly or daily, 4 hour, monthly? Because even it can take years on a ranging channel, and that is why I'm saying support and resistance. A good example, you can see this market. These are the buyers. They are pushing the market upward. And remember, we said the market will never move on a straight line. So the buyers keep pushing the market toward the upside. But whenever they come to this zone, this resistance, they fail to break toward the upside. And now the sellers, they gain momentum and they push the market toward the downside, coming again to this support where the buyers, you can call them the order blocks, the big boys, all of them. When the sellers come again to this zone, the buyers are waiting for them. And if they fail to push the market down again, it continues the same cycle. And that is why I'm saying support and resistance, it is more of a ranging channel where the buyers and sellers, they are always waiting to push the market either upward or down or the downside. And this one can take even years for the market to ever break around this zone. So if you are ever waiting for the market, maybe it has been consolidating for years, you'll wait for, like, you can just wait for forever for this market to ever break up. Because if the ranging is on monthly and it has been happening for more than 2 3 years, then if you are just waiting for the market to ever break on the upside or the downside, then it means you'll never trade this market, because you are told you have to wait for the range to break so that you can trade the market. But now the range is happening on the monthly time frame, and it is not even in 1 month. It means then you'll just be stuck in this market and you'll never trade this market. So that is why we are using the concept of support and resistance. And remember, you cannot trade inside the box, but you can wait for the market to come to this area of interest on which I'm saying it is support and resistance. And for it to be a strong area of interest, it has to be tapped more than 3, 4 times, even 10 times, depending on the nature of that market, so that you can say that is quite a strong area of interest. Now, coming to the USD card, this is the weekly time frame. You can see the same thing I'm telling you. Whenever the buyers try to push this market up, can you see the kind of candles that are being presented here by the sellers? And when they come again down, you can see the buyers are pushing the market toward the upside, and the cycle continued for so many weeks, because each and every candle here, it represents a whole week. Can you see this more of a zigzag movement? Because you can see how the buyers and sellers, they're coming in, they're pushing the market down. The buyers try to push the market up again, the sellers, they come in. And this movement, yes, it is quite tiresome, but now we have to keep on trading, because the moment you are familiar with this type of chart, then we are good to go. As I've said, if you are a doctor, stick to being a doctor advanced, but you don't have to migrate to being a pilot or an engineer. So you don't have to have like 20 types of strategies. Stick to 2 or 3 of them, so that anytime they present, you can easily analyze that market. And for us to have a strong area of interest, because why have I not said this is a strong area of interest? Because you can even say this is another strong area of interest, but in this case, I'm looking at an area where the market, whenever the buyers come here, I've said this is resistance. Whenever the buyers come here, they fail to break toward the upside, and now they are pushed toward the downside. You can see anytime the buyers come here and with a very big candle, they fail to break no matter how strong they are. No matter how strong, depending if we have news, if we don't have news, but anytime the buyers try to push this market up, they fail, and the sellers gain momentum, and they push the market toward the downside. For us to trade this market, then it means we have to wait for the buyers to break this market toward the upside, come and retest, then we can continue buying the market. But if the sellers again, they gain momentum, they push the market toward the downside, they break, we have to wait again for the market to come and retest, so that we can sell the market toward the downside. But in this case, you can see now where the buyers are, and that is why I'm saying sorry, this market is quite interesting, because after so many days, the same market has gone to the place where it was before the sellers took control and push the market toward the downside. So there are two outcomes here. One, we have to wait for the buyers to break toward the upside, as I've already said, or you wait for the sellers to gain momentum, and now we can slowly push this market toward the downside. Remember, this is not scalping, so it takes quite a long period of time. But the moment you realize, USD card is one of those pairs, they can side for one side for quite a long period of time before they continue. They change the direction. You can see this market, it has been buying for quite a long period of time. So the moment they start selling, then they can sell for quite a long period of time. So it is those markets that they move in one side for quite a long period of time before they shift. Okay, so I want you to go and start looking at the USD card. Soon we shall have a good entry, and in case we have an entry, if the sellers start to come in, we have a chance of of getting around, how many pips are these ones? Around 670 pips, around there. But at least we have to wait for the sellers to start coming in case the buyers don't have the momentum to push the market up. And if they start coming, then we have to wait for this area to be broken. We have to wait for the retest, and then we'll sell the market. Because as I've already said, the moment you get an entry, you enter, target your pips, leave the market alone, wait for another entry, and that is how we complete the whole of this pit. But you cannot just enter here and you wait the market until the day it will come here. You see, if you entered around this market and you are given around how many pips, you entered this market and you are given around these 300 pips, they are good. You don't have to push the market extra, like you don't have to be extremely greedy. You have to to check where the market is most likely to go to before you continue, because if ever the market had already broken here, then you could continue with the other 300 pips. But you see, if you get your 300 pips, just be good with those ones and wait for another opportunity. So go and look at the USD and I'm hoping after you have already analyzed from the weekly, then you can go to the daily time frame. It is the same thing, only that in the daily we zoom, we get a lot of information and you can see where the market is heading. The market is most likely heading toward this place. See, if they don't violate, that is why I'm saying we have to be patient. This is not a market that will happen tomorrow, but we just have to be patient. We have to start looking at the USD to know what is happening and wait for us to get the red candle, so that you can wait for the retest. Just like here, the way you can have the red candle, wait for the retest, then you can again go to lower time frame, the 4 hour. You can check if the market has already started to shift, and if the market has already started to shift, then you can always again wait for the retest. After waiting for the retest, go to the lower time frame. Always enter with either a rejection candle like this one, or you can enter with a pattern like an evening star, or you can enter with a pattern like a bearish candle, and from there just target. In case you enter this market, if you ever get an entry, I'm confirming from daily, because I'm thinking in case we get an entry, the market comes and retests, the market is most probably coming to around this area, because this is where now we can have the support, because in case the market ever give us a good entry, this is the most likely place for the market to come to. But you see, you just analyze, and as time goes by, the market will keep on unfolding. You can get the 200 pips, because the USD it really moves. If it decide to move, trust me, it will really move. And I do love USD because, again, as I've said, the moment you realize the direction of the market of the USD it is that market that can move for quite a long period of time without even retracing. Can you see that movement? The market has just been buying for quite a long period of time without even retracing. So it is our work to always be ahead of the market and we let the market play. But if you are a scalper, then I don't know, but for me, I'm not a scalper, so I'll just save myself from too much stress by analyzing the market ahead, and I can always come back and watch if ever the market played as I said. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed, you've learned something, and you'll do as I've already said. You don't have to have like 20 pairs in a day. You can just analyze the market during the week, then always come back and keep up with the market and see if ever the market played as you have already said, or if where the market has reached. But if you are that person who analyze the market today, then you come back after 2 weeks, then I guess it will be quite hard for you. So you just have to keep up, like the way you can go to work each and every day. The same thing, you have to look at the chart each and every day to know what is happening to the market. So this is another pair that I want you to start looking at it. It is a long-term pair. It is not a pair that is going to happen overnight. No, it is a pair that I'm just telling you, go and look at that market. Again, I did a whole video about the USD by the time it was buying, and it did both for a long period of time. It went down, and now you can see the market is already heading toward our point of interest. And I keep on saying, for a good point of interest, ensure it has more than 3-4 touches to know that that point is quite a strong one. So if ever this market will ever break toward the upside, we just measure the distance. The easiest thing we have to do, we just estimate the distance our market is most likely to go to either side. But for now, since it is at resistance, it's most likely to go up or down. So you just measure that distance and you mark there. Then from there, it will cover the same distance it could have gone from the downside. My chart is quite dirty. It will cover the same distance it could have gone toward the downside. Then you can try and see if ever there's anything that can stop that market from going up, because the market will never move on a straight line. At some point, it will retest. If ever this market starts to go upward, the market is most likely to come to around this area. This is around 1.41 960. So the market is most likely to cover how many pips if ever it breaks. Not today, not tomorrow. You know, this is monthly. The market can move for around 300 pips, but you are supposed to cover around 600 pips. So this is a long-term analysis of the USD CAD. You can see on the monthly, it looks the same. When you go to weekly, when you zoom into weekly, we find the same case, only that we have a lot of candle explaining the same thing. When you go to the daily, again you find the same thing. And in the daily, now that is where we start using all the time frame to know the direction, because as for now we know the market is bullish and it is buying. So you have to wait for the moment the market to start turning toward the bearish market. Of course, it takes a lot of time, but for now the market is bullish, so we have to wait. Like, patience will be your second friend. After loving yourself, the second thing you should love, it should be patient. So thank you so much for watching today's video.